Let's be honest, the Lakers are not going anywhere anytime soon. LA has been on the struggle bus all season long. Now, the idea of the team trading Anthony Davis, that sounded crazy. But now more than ever, it actually might make more sense than people think. But the Lakers have to trade Anthony Davis after this season. And after yesterday's injury, his durability comes into question again. And he is only 28 years old. Even with Davis's recent injury history, he'd likely bring a haul of both draft picks and players for LA the same way he did for the Pelicans when they traded him to the Lakers. I'm thinking maybe a couple of good players, and I'm not saying superstars, role players, and at least 2 to 3 first-round draft picks, something the Lakers need since they don't have any first-rounders until 2025. That's at the least, because everyone knows the Lakers won't get equal value for what Davis brings on the court. Now, Davis's durability comes into question. He's already missed 21 of the Lakers' 57 games this season, and we're just coming up on the All-Star break. That is problematic for a player who will be 29 years old in a few weeks and is in the middle of his prime. Still, Davis's upside is so great that I'd be willing to bet there would be at least 8 to 10 teams lined up with offers. If you get him on a title contender and he's upright in the postseason, you've got a shot. If he's healthy, of course. We've seen it in Los Angeles, but since that bubble championship in 2020, which feels like a decade ago, there's been much more time spent in street clothes for Davis than any team wants from a star player. When healthy, Davis is still a tremendous NBA star. I think he's fallen out of the top 5 among players this year and maybe even the top 10. He can still give you 25 and 10 in the right situation and again, when he's healthy. While trading Davis could bring in more assets, which the Lakers lack, it would only serve as a band-aid to the overall wounds this franchise is currently suffering through. The way this team was reconstructed last offseason is the biggest problem they've had all year. And I will say this, that falls on LeBron James. These Lakers are old. And not old like they've got a bunch of veteran players still close enough to their primes to make a huge difference. Carmelo Anthony, Russell Westbrook, Avery Bradley, Dwight Howard, Trevor Ariza, and DeAndre Jordan are all past their primes. LeBron James is still an outstanding player, but he's also much closer to the end than the middle. This LeBron-AD duo worked briefly, and the Lakers, yes, they won their 17th championship. Since then, it's been nothing short of disastrous for this Hollywood crew. Davis can't stay healthy, and even when he's played this year, he doesn't seem like the same guy of a couple of years ago. Los Angeles might really want to consider looking into moving AD before he enters his 30s and his game really becomes to deteriorate. A Davis trade won't solve all the Lakers' problems, but it might be the best way to start another reconstruction of this outdated roster.